Adams Show.
It's the Jeff Adams Show.
The Jeff Adams Show is
live from Lakeland, Florida. It's the Jeff Adams Show.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. The Jeff Adams Show is sponsored by
The FBA, the Florida Basketball Association. No egos, they play for passion with heart. Great basketball. Check thefba.com for local schedules.
The JA Creative phone lines are sponsored by Backbone Radio. Call in today at 818-927-6205. The Jeff Adams Show is sponsored by Blog Talk Radio. Go to blogtalkradio.com for more information. Yes, that's a little low.
Can we do your golf clap, too? Do you have a golf clap? That's not a golf clap, dude.
He's in the fourth par.
I don't got.
We need the golf clap.
I don't got that.
Fourth
one.
par. He's in the fourth par
There
now.
you go. You got it. He did it. Jeff did it.
I just want someone to scream real loud when they play
Why don't we
golf.
do voiceovers?
Well, you know why? Why is when they do golf, anyways?
Why are they talking like this?
Yeah, they can't. The golfers can't hear them.
They need to concentrate.
They're in a different room, and they're like,
Aren't they like
But
really
that's the whole
away?
joke behind the golf clap. Like, they're like it's very proper, very light.
yes,
very...
but the broadcasters, you can't hear them.
That's true. You're right.
And they talk like this.
They talk like that. Maybe they're trying to be sultry. I don't know. We need to find that out. Let's let's Google it.
Yesterday we did a commentary during the what's it called? During the Boston Run.
Yeah.
Boston Marathon. We did commentary.
And you had Jenny on, which
We
was
had Jenny.
awesome.
We did a commentary.
So
Maybe
glad.
next
Jenny
week
Cray
when we
rocks.
have you back, we'll have you.
Cray.
We'll have you talk
Like
over.
the golf.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the fourth bar.
We'll
Well, anyways, this is the Jeff Adams Show.
That was so weird at the beginning.
The
On a Tuesday,
Masters.
the golf thing threw me off. And let's go around the room.
It's my job, dude,
Nicole
to throw you
Welch.
off.
Nicole Welch is joining us again. She's took a hiatus. She went on a month-long podcast vacation.
She did a you.
Actually, you
She did a you.
hiatus. I was here.
Every time I say, "Can you do the show?" I'm busy. I got things to do.
Anyways, you were in Vegas for what, a week and a half?
Yeah, but we were still broadcasting.
True. On the red carpet, by the way,
Yeah, it was fun.
which I followed. That did look like fun. But why was Chris like laid out on the floor at one point in the
We'll
picture?
talk about that next week.
And
Like
then we,
crying and stuff. You were very emotional. I thought maybe you both needed your therapist. Then.
yeah, and then we
Rap with Nick.
have RC Kris in the house.
Hey.
He's wearing a ball cap
little
today.
little Rican racism going on. When
Rican
the mic's off.
racist.
Are you gonna really bring it on the radio?
Racist. No,
You
let's
gonna really
keep
bring
it
it
on
on
the
the radio?
DL for now.
Yeah, we'll keep it on
do
the
a whole
DL.
show on it.
Yeah, I
Rap
think-
with Nick.
yeah,
we'll do
we could
a
do that.
therapy session.
That's a
on
new
it.
show, Chris. Rican racism.
That one goes another. That goes on the notepad of. We have like 3 shows.
We're so
me and you.
inappropriate.
We have 3
have a lot
shows.
of
We have like
shows.
3 shows between you and me
And
that
they're
we're
all going to be
supposed to
inappropriate.
do.
They're all going to be inappropriate.
Oh, of course.
And a bit offensive. Will they be mildly offensive?
Oh, they'll be fully offensive. If we
well,
actually.
come on, dude. We don't want to fully offend.
Well,
We'll just-
if you're gonna be interviewing me, I can't just not be offensive.
dude,
We're gonna talk
apparently
about-
not, because Jeff and I just saw it like firsthand
Well,
just
Jeff,
a while ago.
Jeff saw a different side of me.
Oh my gosh.
In Vegas.
Oh yeah, I want.
He
Let's
saw
hear the
a
juice. Did you all
different-
stay in the same
You
room?
do
and,
know
like-
I have a Haitian child, right?
Yes, I do know
Okay,
that.
then.
Okay, so listen.
Don't get me started.
What did you?
What?
Hold
wait,
on.
wait. No. Let me take this back.
Holy
No.
shnikes. Where's my referee shirt?
No. Here's the thing. What I said earlier has
You're
nothing
so full
to
of it.
do.
You're smiling while you're
That
talking.
has nothing to do.
He's busted.
That's exactly what that
Has
means,
nothing to
Jeff.
do
I
with
could
the
ruin your
people.
career, your broadcasting career, in 1 minute right here.
Just because I don't want to date a black person, that's
Oh
what it
my
is.
gosh, he just said it.
I am gonna put it out there because I don't want to date a black person. Is that so much to like hate me? I don't want to
How can you
date.
control
Oh
though,
my
who
God.
you
I don't
fall
want
in
to date a
love
black
with?
person. I want to
Okay,
date.
wait. You stop right there. Stop right there.
Oh my God.
Just stop it. So why not a black woman? If you love somebody, why you're
Thank you.
you're Puerto Rican.
How can
but
you
you'll
control?
date a white woman. Why not a black woman?
What about Like,
That's what
does that fall under like Jamaica? Does that fall under the islands? What does that fall under?
Oh my gosh!
I just only, to be honest, I just like white girls. Is that like something
you don't like Puerto Rican girls? You're Puerto Rican. You don't like Puerto Rican girls.
Nope.
Why? Tell me why you don't like Puerto Rican girls.
Their attitude. I don't like their attitude.
Okay, but how can you control? Like, what if you become friends with someone and you like really start to fall in love with them?
Oh, then
are
that's
you going to hold to this rule?
No, I'm not. But I'm just gonna. But my main likes is a white girl. Is that so hard to like?
Why a white girl? They're the most craziest of them all.
We are.
Why, Chris? I'm trying to help you out here.
Okay, well, I don't know.
He's very passionate about it, Chris.
He is, and I kind of like it.
So what I hear him saying is that he's preferential. That's what he's saying.
Exactly.
Can I just reframe this and so we stop making Chris look like a douche? Are we allowed to say douche on this?
Yeah, you can say douche.
Yes, thank
but
God.
I just don't think. I think it's not a big deal that I prefer.
I'll tell you
dating
this.
white
You
girls.
want to hear my preference?
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Thank God my husband, Chris, you're not going to like this one, but I don't even like see the guy if he is not above 6 foot. It's just not even going to happen to me.
Are you going to be like,
racism?
You don't
So
like
not
the
gonna
short
happen.
people. Are we going to do that?
I've never. I just want to turn everything off right
racism.
now and just stop because I am so offended by the racism in this room.
5'8", dude. If I can, I'm 5'11" and a half. So if I can see your eye level, then
What is that with women?
We might be okay, but it's really actually not okay for dating. Like you have to be 6 foot or more. It's just hot,
I don't-
But
dude.
you're tall though. You're right. How
yeah,
tall
I
are
am
you?
tall.
She's
5'11".
5'11".
Yeah.
Okay, but that's understandable. You don't be rolling around town with a 4'11" guy.
No.
Frickin' frack.
Right. I really don't. So that is my preference. So what I was trying to do is relate the preference, but see, when you hit the race pool, then the preference kind of...
Well, for me, it's
like
that
green
simple.
eyes and blue eyes.
Yeah, there it is.
So
What?
do our listeners think that it's the same thing? That's what I'm trying to differentiate.
It is the same
Is
thing.
racism... I can't even talk.
Racism?
Need a drink?
Yeah. Can we get us some water?
Is racism the same preferential profiling as height, eye color, or what else? Like blonde or brunette?
No, I don't
Or
think so.
bald, because my husband's bald, and I think bald's beautiful.
Oh, I didn't know that. Like completely bald? Did he choose to be bald?
He wasn't when we met.
Okay, no.
Just
So
happens.
here's the question on that one.
We've been
Did he
married.
choose to be bald, or was he balding and he shaved it off?
He was balding, and we shaved
so
it
he's-
off.
Hold up a minute. Your cousin in the chat room just called.
Who's
she go-
cut? Oh,
Chris goes.
The primo.
She's talking about
La prima.
Chris liking white girls. She goes. That turned out really good for you, Chris. Going with a white girl. Laugh out loud.
She wasn't a white girl. She was Mexican.
Oh, then you're corrected, little cousin.
Yeah, she was
Is that
Mexican.
your cousin talking to you?
Yeah,
Okay.
Tasha. Yeah, she was a Mexican. So, see, it kind of supports my theory.
Which is?
I got
did-
screwed by Hispanic girls, so I don't date Hispanic girls.
I dated all kinds of girls when I was single.
So the issues really come out. Okay.
I think this is gonna be a good show.
Maybe it was because
Well,
of
it's 'cause
my
I'm here, that's
my
why.
hip hop background that I had.
Yeah, you are
I
pretty
saw no color.
See,
hipster.
but here's the thing. I see where Jeff is coming from because, like he said, he does have a son that is black. So I see, that what might have hit him home close to him.
Listeners weren't really listening to actual conversation.
Yeah, then
because
that
it was
was- that was
actually how
probably-
you actually said it. It was more like
Well,
you were
because-
like, oh no. You were like, no.
True.
So that's how it came off.
Hear me out, racism.
It's all about how you say stuff, not what you say,
Yeah.
to be actually true.
And again, it's me, and I have I don't know how to speak. So
Jeff, I wore my do or do not. There is no.
What is that?
Star Wars, dude.
Oh.
Yoda.
what? We talked about it yesterday.
You did? All right.
Can we get a
sorry.
zoom in on that camera guy? Oh, he's
So
right
let's
here.
just,
He called in today.
Yeah, he called in. All right, so what are we talking about today?
Did
I want to
you-
hear about Vegas and I want to know the juiciest thing you found out about Chris. Traveling,
Oh, wow.
smelling his BO,
No,
and
there's no BO.
Well, speaking of Vegas,
I'm sure
we made a contact with Blog Talk Radio.
I know. How awesome is that?
And, thanks to them over there, we're live on Blog Talk Radio, being featured on Blog Talk Radio
And
now.
that is not the golf clap, people.
And we got it all straightened out yesterday. I approached him and said, why did you think we were unapproachable?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he said,
Because you're so good. I mean, what?
no.
What?
He said this guy at Blog Talk Radio, he came up to, he goes, yeah, you're Jeff Adams with Jeff Adams? He goes, I go, yeah. He goes, well, I would have reached out to you, but I thought you guys were untouchable.
Maybe because we're elite. Maybe that's
No.
why. Exclusive.
And he said he said the wrong word. He corrected himself.
Well,
But
what was the word?
he just said he thought we were beyond Blog Talk Radio? And I said, no, so
No
we are
way,
not.
we're not.
Not at all.
Not even, no.
Blog Talk
No.
Radio.
I said, we're
no.
just getting started.
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
We're
it's
down. But thanks to Blog Talk Radio, man, for
Yeah, that's awesome.
There's amazing people.
For,
Okay, so what juicy thing did you find out about Chris? Traveling
She
with
really
him.
wants to know about me after this conversation.
Sleeping with him in a hot recycled airplane.
I didn't really sleep with him. I saw him one time doze off on the plane.
For the last 2 hours.
But he was on. We had like a suite like off the strip. So
good.
John had a room, I had a room, and then
I had the couch.
Chris was in the intern couch. But you know,
Oh my God.
I was in the couch.
You treated him that bad?
No.
The Puerto
No.
Rican had to sleep on the couch?
but there was only like
Hey,
there was
no.
only
Oh
double
my
sized
gosh.
beds.
Here, let
Jeff.
me do something. That couch was a bed, and I didn't know that until the last day we were there.
I know. I was gonna say that. I was gonna ask you why you were sleeping on the couch.
Don't dye your tips blonde anymore, Chris. Okay.
Wow. Well, I mean, speaking of racism, he thinks like a blonde guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Blonde girl?
He used to dye his
A blonde
tips
guy.
blonde.
Wow, now I'm gay.
He used to dye his
What?
tips blonde.
Now
I
I'm
don't
gay?
know.
Oh my God! Where is this show going?
We're supposed to be PG.
He said he likes a blonde guy. I'm like, what? Now I'm gay? Racist and gay. Wow, perfect.
Wow,
Yeah.
we're headed so far away from the course when we set to do this show. It's just like we're just hit reverse. And
Maurice is going to be like, yeah, I don't want to plug my.
If he's
Maurice
still
isn't
in it.
going to want to. Yeah, he's going to be like, I don't want to come on this show. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
Maurice, we need your good-looking face on the show, buddy.
yeah, he's got to speak at a church tonight. We're going to corrupt him.
I know he's going to be like, don't go on the Jeff Adams show.
You know what's awesome about him? That he said that he prayed before the show. So
And
I
your
wonder what
face.
he prayed for.
I know.
Because that literally like
Probably so that
confession
we-
time is coming like right now. I feel like I could say anything right now.
Probably that we would, yeah, maybe we all need to repent. Maybe that's what it was all about.
I really want to know what he prayed for because this show literally has taken like
We're gonna
a
find
twist for like.
Now he's holding up a sign. We'll go into hell. What happened
He's
to
like, I
Grace?
swear I didn't mean to say I would only date preferential. Okay. So anyway, you guys went to Vegas. You guys were on the red carpet. You made a lot of good connections. Blog Talk Radio. What else is going on?
Just a lot, man. You know, we're going to start developing a show in-house here that's going to push the boundaries.
Juicy and scandalous?
No, not
No.
not a like a radio type show. It's going to be more of a
TV series.
like web series.
Can we do improv, dude? Please. Please. You know you want to do it.
Maybe one day.
Lakeland Improv.
I do it every day on this show.
I know you do.
I'm not even the person that I am behind the mic.
But if we could make a show all around that, that would be awesome. And make people laugh. Laughter is the best medicine.
I'm a sales guy at heart.
Yeah, he is. I actually got to see Jeff.
Yeah, what did you
work his
see?
magic
Let's hear.
when it
Yeah.
comes to,
What was he doing? Like totally schmoozing and.
No, it was different because the whole brown nose thing. I seen that up front from the military side.
It makes you want to
He
vomit.
literally like. Maybe he's gonna say I'm not that. But
I'm not that.
Just say it,
It's
dude.
like he knows how to
Approach
approach
and
yeah.
relate to people.
Yeah, and it was amazing to see him in action. He was like, I'm gonna go walk the floor. He comes back. He's like, I got something going on.
He's a good relator. And
Yeah.
a lot of people think they're real good connectors, but there's a difference between connecting and relating.
No, but here's the thing. The one thing I like about Jeff and the reason I'm helping him out,
His head's starting to grow a little
is
bit
that
right now.
his way of thinking is outside the box. Because the conversation he
He's a
will
weirdo,
have,
that's why.
the conversation he will have with all these, so-called sales representative or senior
Sponsor,
salesman
CEO,
or
right.
CEO, he'll literally ask a question about their software, and you'll be like, "We haven't thought about that."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Really?"
Chris is getting a raise.
And like, I'm working for that.
I know. I was going to say.
Working for that $5,000 extra. And
What is the rate?
what's the next bracket I gotta go for? Well, I did get a promotion.
He's like, Chris is going
Hey,
from
I
the
did get a
couch
promotion.
to a
I'll give him
bed.
that. I'll give him that. He did promote me to.
No, Chris works here now.
Yeah, I work here.
Oh my gosh! So you
I'm
are
actually
actually on
on
the
the
payroll.
payroll.
That's why I
I got
laughed
a
when you said he was
promotion.
getting a raise.
Yeah.
So he actually just got a job. He didn't actually get a raise.
Yeah, well, I got a job and a pay in a
Okay.
pay and a promotion. I'm right now VP of social media strategy.
VPKC.
So,
okay, I got it.
We,
I
we
got
got this.
He's
But
got his own office over in
I
the
got
corner.
my own office in
That
my
corner right
this
there where
corner
he's
right here.
sitting.
Yeah.
Did you see yesterday? I put it on
That is
Twitter.
awesome.
I put it on Twitter. I was like, I need another promotion because
He
my
needs-
table is full.
Yeah.
Look at my table.
Yeah, we need to get you a bigger
We
table.
need a bigger table, or we need to tear this wall, this fake wall.
No, let's
No.
not
Good
do
luck
that.
talking to Randy about that one.
Yeah.
But it was good to see Jeff in action, and
Yeah, no, he's good.
And actually, can you ask him what he learned about me? Because I would like to know that
I keep
answer.
asking, but he won't tell me. Let's hear one deep revelation that you got about Kris.
I learned
I'm kind of scared because he
Polk
learned
County.
I know you guys were scared when I was asking that about each
No,
other.
Well, there's some sides that I didn't want to show.
I'm just trying to think here because if Hank was here, he'd be making fun of bromance because when him and
I
what's
love
his
it.
face?
I miss you, Hank.
Trey?
Hank,
Was it
please
Trey?
come back.
Greg?
Greg, when Greg
Greg.
was here.
Yeah,
they
Greg.
they had that
Hank.
going on. But
Yeah,
you know
they
what I
did.
learned about Kris is that he is definitely in the ballpark of what he's supposed to be doing with his life.
That's good.
I mean, this guy is nonstop
He's young, dude.
communicating with people, great with finishing tasks. But the biggest amazing thing was, I kind of challenged him.
That's why you got a job.
We probably spent $800, $600 on cabs. So
Wow.
when it was all said and done, each time we got in a cab, I'm like, man, start a conversation. And he would make the cab driver feel comfortable.
I love it.
And they would spill the beans.
I love it.
Like, when you talk about spilling the beans.
Next year, I'm going with you guys because we will get
but
the
here's the
beans
thing.
spilled.
When you talk about spilling the beans, I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, they did this. I'm talking about spilling the beans.
Oh, deep stuff.
Uncensored.
Yeah.
They literally opened
Raw.
up and I was
Raw.
like,
Yeah.
and Jeff in the back is like periscoping it.
Why do you think me and you need to do a show, dude? Hello? Are you not getting this?
I'm getting this, but your podcast
Well,
career.
if we're gonna build, like we are, like with these companies and stuff, you're definitely would be in the
Spit it out, Jeff.
roles. I'm trying to think of a role for you. Yeah, but we need a female, personality
yeah.
out there.
We do.
So
Because it was all,
yeah, but lots of opportunity. I mean, I can't really
Hey,
talk about
that's a
it
good
on
question.
air.
How many female broadcasters are out there? How many females did you
Not
actually...
a lot.
Not
I
a
bet
lot.
You
In fact,
didn't.
in
I
fact,
bet you didn't.
not the
You probably saw
the business
5
development
there.
person for Spreaker.
she's a female, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I knew that. I did know that.
She just posted something on Facebook about
She is
something
a female.
about something. There was one woman versus 50 guys at NAB.
It's insane.
It really
Yeah.
is insane.
But I knew she was a woman. That's why I always plug Spreaker. No matter where I'm at, like on the podcast round, people will be like, what do you guys think of Spreaker? And I'm always plugging it.
Those guys are amazing.
Yeah, they are amazing.
Rob and Juliet,
Yeah.
amazing people.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
we broadcasted
1
live from
out of
Spreaker.
50.
Yeah,
That's insane.
we're out there. Maybe even next year we'll be broadcasting Spreaker and Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah.
Have to spread out a little bit.
JA
Yeah.
Creative is getting their hands on everything.
Now, I want my J Creative shirt, though, or Jeff Adams
Nobody
shirt.
has it.
I know. What is the deal?
We're
Why
working
don't
on
we have
that.
We're
shirts?
working on
Yeah,
that.
hear
And
me
coffee
out.
mugs so we can pour
Oh,
wine into
we
it.
got our Hear Me Out shirt right here.
Yeah, I saw the Hear Me Out shirt.
Yeah, we got it right here.
But of course, they don't send a shirt that fits me. If I put it on, it's like a half
So,
shirt.
Fat man in a little
no, not that
coat.
man. It was more of a tall man.
That's Tommy Boy, dude. I know. I had to quote Tommy Boy. Chris Farley, man. Come
Hear
on.
me out.
Literally, hear him out.
We will be getting the Jeff Adams show. Or are we going to do JA Creative? What are we going to do?
Probably do JA Creative.
Yeah,
JA
JA
Creative.
Creative.
That's more
I vote
priority.
JA Creative. And we need coffee mugs so that we can pour.
We're gonna do the whole. We're gonna open up
Water
a whole,
into wine.
We're gonna open up the whole. You want to turn water to wine?
No,
we
I
might need Maurice to pray on that one too.
I just laughed when. Yeah, we need Maurice to
we
pray
need
over it.
Maurice to pray on that one also.
No, only because with the first show I did, the live, like we were doing like an actual, it was like a audience show. And I thought Jeff was drinking coffee and I leaned over and
You can smell the
it wasn't
grapes.
coffee.
Why do you keep bringing that story up?
I know
was
that is the
so
same story
long
over
ago.
and over.
Man, you're not
I
gonna.
said it one other time.
Man, you're not gonna do good at NAB because everybody. I mean,
Oh my goodness, yes.
They all reeked of alcohol. Like
During the day?
Yes.
Yes, like
Chris
the-
Jericho.
Wow.
Just
Chris
like the,
Jericho.
Yeah, like
Emily
the night
Morris.
before.
I don't think there's anything wrong with having an afternoon cocktail.
No, I'm talking
But that's
about.
what goes on all. At
I'm talking
NAB.
about like when you see their eyes, they're red and bloodshot,
Oh,
and
wow.
you can smell the
Do you
sweat
think it's
coming
because
out.
of Vegas or do you think it's because of broadcasters?
No, it's
You know
because
what
of
I think?
Vegas.
I think.
Yeah.
I think a bunch of people have problems.
No,
but
I
it's
do
none of my
too.
business.
Sure,
But I think they go out there and they live a whole different life than they would in real life.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you think you think because they're at the conference?
Yeah.
No, I think it's because they're in the location of Vegas.
I think it's 'cause
because
they're
that
in
whole
Vegas.
stay in Vegas and stays in Vegas.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
it's
with-
in Vegas
I'm with Chris on
brings
that
out
one.
the people like, well, I'm in Vegas. I
We
could
got
just
a
drink
party.
and go to a strip club or a club, and I go back home and get on my knees.
Do you
and
think
pray.
that's a stereotype about Vegas?
Yes,
though?
it is.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you know what? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, we were good boys.
We
I
were.
mean, we went to the parties and stuff, but we didn't do anything illegal.
Your eyes
Nope.
weren't bloodshot.
No,
No,
no.
no, not at all. I mean, we don't do that stuff.
No.
And call us all,
Other
buddy
than
daddy
that-
or whatever. We just don't do it.
Other than coming this close to being part of the Illuminatis, but other than that, we good.
Did you
Yeah.
meet some Illuminatis out there?
That way we talked about this yesterday. We're not getting into this.
All
No, we're
right,
not.
all right.
You need to listen to yesterday's show. That's
all
what
right,
you
all
need to
right,
know.
all right. I'll listen to yesterday's show.
So, Nicole, what have you been up to?
I have been working on business side of stuff.
What's the business side of stuff? How'd the conference go for you?
It went really well. Yeah, it was actually really good. Very different take on business. So that's why I liked what you were saying about Jeff. Well, what Kris was saying about you is because you have this really analytical mind. So you're like very technology, like you know everything about broadcasting.
I don't know everything about broadcasting.
Well, you know a lot about it. But you also have the right side personality, which is very obviously creative. It's very creative. So you're able to mix those two. And that's actually what our business conference did. But I will say this, going back to women and men, we had 2 men speakers and 2 women speakers. Denny Cray.
Denny was one of them, right?
Yeah. And Gavin. And it was really cool because I spoke, then Gavin, then Melissa Kruger, who spoke, and Denny Cray. And it was just really awesome to see and get the feedback of how people really enjoyed hearing the different sides. So it's really true, like our gender, we bring something different to the table.
Yeah.
And we need each other. So I think all conferences should have men and women presenters. How many presenters were at the broadcast? Was there anyone presenting? Like, did Spreaker do any presentations or anything?
The podcast, what was the girl I was scared half to death of? Who was with the wrestler that hosted
Emily Morris?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some sex therapist. She's on Love
sex
Lines.
Therapist with Dr.
I've
Cruz.
heard of her, yeah.
Yeah, she was there.
And you know New Media Expo was going on at the same time.
Yeah, we were at that.
Yeah, that's what we were.
So that's where
they were the sponsor of the Podcast Awards and the International.
Who won the Podcast Awards? I didn't even watch.
A lot of people.
Okay.
Just wait.
I know the people that I voted for didn't win.
Wait until probably by the end of this week, we'll have all the interviews.
But why did you guys stay so long out there? Because...
What do you mean?
Did you
That's
stay...
why we were just hired out by Broadcast Beat. We had to stay that long. But we took, we had a lot of opportunity, like the red carpet stuff.
You guys were out there like a week and a half, right?
We were there from Saturday to Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Close to it. Not a week and a half, maybe a little under a week. But yeah. What I want to know is, like, I've never been interviewed on your podcast ever.
I know.
Or invited to anything.
Or Chris. I know. I got to get you on.
We're all on the imagination, on the future of
You are on the future of it. I'm actually going to revamp it a little bit.
You want your
2.0?
numbers. You want your numbers to go down.
2.0.
You had me on the show.
Yeah. See, for me, you'll get an audience that is not the targeted audience that you want.
Well, that's.
And then with Jeff, you'll get like the crickets.
You'll get the.
I don't think I'll get crickets.
For Kris, you'll get
Jeff
the.
and I would just sit there and cut up the whole time.
For Kris, you'll get the white girl demographic.
People would, for Kris, we'll get no Hispanic or island or African American.
Yeah.
Because there is a
throw
difference.
those out the door.
We'll just throw those out the door.
Jeez. I can't believe Kris.
Well, at least they didn't hear the prior conversation. It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't.
You guys make me sound like I'm a freaking.
I know. I'm trying.
A douchebag.
No.
Well.
Really, Jeff?
Well.
Really? Really? All right. This will be
Who said something? My skin looks nice. I didn't do
that was Melissa.
I didn't do any facials or anything.
She wants to know if you did any facial work.
Oh, you're so sweet, Melissa.
Did you wear makeup out at?
I forgot it.
No,
Ryan, who runs Broadcast Beat, I asked him if he had anything, and he freaked out on my. We were about to shoot something in front of, like they had different, A, B, C, D team. We were the D team. We had different crews, but they each had a host. So all the hosts were out there. We were doing a piece together, and I said, "Hey, did you bring any?" Because we were outside. I go, "Did you bring any makeup?" He goes, "Why? Do I need it?
Oh,
do I need it?"
Wow.
I'm like, "Ryan, no, you look fine. I'm asking for me."
Hey, what's Stephen Hayward up to? I saw he was there, and
yeah, man, he helped us with the podcast awards, and it was really nice. And then he freaked out a little bit because his boss told him it was okay, and then the CEO of Telestream said no. Yeah, and
get off the air.
Yeah, because Steve was going to do it the other night with me on the red carpet, and he said I better not for the safety of my job. So
why would they be mad about that?
Because he's too talented.
Yeah, he was awesome.
He is awesome. That's why
they had 2 Telestream booths. He was more on the NMX side with Wirecast, but they had a big, huge thing on the
Telestream.
Telestream on the south side of the south side floor or whatever it's called. Can't even remember. But it was huge, and he did a.
That's what I thought. I thought there was other things going on.
Yeah,
so there was NMX, and then there's other
NAB.
Yeah.
NAB.
So he did this big presentation for Wirecast, which is Telestream, and he got a standing ovation because he's known on the internet as the Wirecast guy.
Wow.
So
he did awesome.
He's kicking butt, I guess. I guess maybe they're scared that he's gonna float away somewhere.
He is kicking butt, dude. And how many shows? Like, what's he going on to do now? Like, does he?
I mean, he's still doing the Tech Buzz Network.
Okay.
He's still doing his shows. He took the week off and like fishing right now. But yeah, he's doing really well. I wish he could be more involved in what we're doing here. I mean, truthfully, if I could still be on the Tech Buzz Network, I'd be on the Tech Buzz Network. But
it's
just
good.
it's just
good
time.
you're not. Yeah, it's just time. Yeah, I think it's good for
It's
now.
a timing thing, But
I think you need to be flying solo right now on your own and getting those opportunities.
Oh, thanks. I guess I quit.
No, that's not what I meant. I mean,
Man,
for JA
sensitive
Creative.
Chris.
I
Sensitive
know,
Chris.
dude. You really nailed him hard this early. No, I mean, as JA Creative, like finding its own entity, like who it is.
Chris,
you know what I'm saying? Like
Chris is like a little kid. If I got some chips.
Well, he is a little
I got
kid.
some
We're
chips.
like old farts compared to him.
Yeah, I got
Hello?
some chips earlier before the show when I was eating lunch. He goes, "Can I have some?" It's like whatever I got to do, he's got to do it too.
Hey, he gave me
Wow!
he gave me Rican candy, so
Wow.
I'm kind of
Not really.
Puerto Rican candy.
Oh man! Did you guys hear about this Tulsa man who they got in a fight over iPhone versus Android?
No, but
No,
I
I
would get in a fight over iPhone
I get on.
versus
I get,
Android.
I get,
This guy-
So do I.
This guy stabbed his friend.
Oh, I wouldn't stop.
He was
someone.
drunk.
I would shoot him, not stab him. I have a line.
But I don't think people should use Androids.
He stabbed him
Thank
with a
you.
beer bottle.
Oh, I thought you said it was a knife.
No, it was a beer bottle.
bottle.
So he did it
Ouch.
the Western way. He cracked the bottle.
Yeah,
and
he's
he
John
just stabbed
Wayne
him.
style, dude.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing, it didn't happen in NAB. I would think something like that would happen in NAB.
'Cause it's Vegas.
The personalities there.
TVU versus what was it? The booth across the
So basically, you're saying all podcasters and broadcasters are drunks.
No, they're not.
No, they're not drunk.
A lot of broadcasters are, though.
Yeah, podcasters aren't. We're more low key.
Wait a minute, is this become a podcaster versus broadcaster? moment
No,
right
I'm
now?
just saying. Hello.
Yeah. I don't know. I think there's some podcasters with some, we
I'm
saw
sure
some
there
podcasters with some issues.
Some party.
Some issues. I think.
Oh,
some bad
goodness.
issues.
You choking over there? You all right?
Yes.
All
Okay,
right.
so would you get into a fight? You have thought about Android versus iPhone?
Yeah.
And what do you tell the people? Do they really fight hard about Androids? I don't ever see people put a big fight
No,
up
they don't
for
put up a
Android.
big
That's
fight
what I'm
with
saying.
Android. No, they
iPhone
don't.
used to be cool, but it's so commercialized now. Like Android's the geeky thing to have now because
It
you do
is
so much
true.
with
It
it.
is true. You could do a lot of things with like in the back end
It's true.
of Android. You know, iPhone is more.
Android. Did you hear that?
Android.
He said it very
I like
French.
white women. Android, only white women.
I
Bring
like-
me the right woman
They
quickly.
can be white European women.
That wasn't a Spanish voice. That was Middle Eastern. Bring me the right woman quickly.
Yeah, that was more Russian.
Oh, the Russian. Okay, there we go. I get all my accents messed up because they're so horrible.
But anyway,
anyways.
back to the Android. I like the way Chris is saying. Poor Chris, dude.
The
You just hired him so we could just rag on him during the show. Now he gets paid to be ragged on.
How do you say Android in Spanish? See Android?
Android.
Android?
Yeah, Android.
Android.
See?
Android. Yeah, you got to roll your R's.
¿Cómo está Android?
¿Cómo se dice?
¿Cómo se dice?
¿Cómo?
Android?
No, he's saying, how is your Android?
Oh.
My
That
Spanish
sounds
sucks.
inappropriate.
I got a D in Spanish.
How is your Android? All right. Anyways.
Hey, listen to this. This is a game changer before we go to break, and then we're going to bring our guest out.
Woohoo.
My life has changed after this story.
What's going on?
Did you know Instagram, all right? You use Instagram?
I did know this. Yes, I know what you're going to say.
They will finally allow breastfeeding pictures on Instagram.
Really?
My life has changed
Is it?
for the better.
Why? Please
I'm so
elaborate.
glad you were going to say
Because
for the
it's already
better.
uncomfortable. I'm not trying to ban people from breastfeeding their
Listen,
babies.
I was a missionary for 3 years
But
in
listen.
Honduras, okay? And I would just be fully having a conversation. They whip out the
I
boob
know.
and start feeding their kid.
But it's
It
so
is
uncomfortable.
necessity. It is
so,
life.
It's so uncomfortable for a guy. And now I have to if someone literally on Instagram, if they do a breastfeeding picture, I just have to unfollow them. Because I don't want to see that. You know what I'm saying?
I think Melissa Kruger should call in and talk about this. She's very passionate.
But you know what?
She's in the chat room.
Yeah, tell her
understand-
to comment on this.
I understand you got to feed babies, but I just don't want to see
You don't
it.
want to see a picture of it.
But you know
I
what?
get that.
I like when women cover it up,
Yeah.
and it's the proper thing to do.
So in Instagram, I did not hear this. I did not know you were going to say that about Instagram. In Instagram, what I was going to say about Instagram is that it is more popular than Twitter and Facebook right now.
Yes.
Instagram
Yeah.
is, which
Mhm.
makes sense to me because we're like visual.
We have a comment from Melissa.
Okay, hold on. Hold the comment. And I know we got to go to break. But what I thought you were going to say is something totally different. But the whole breastfeeding thing, is it because
The boob.
Yeah, it's just because
It's
of the
the
boob.
boob.
So it's almost like, now on Instagram, are they actually showing that? That's what
I
I'm
don't
shocked
know.
about. I don't think they would be showing that.
They
Jeff.
might.
I don't
mean,
think so.
If they wouldn't run a story like this, I mean, I guess
No,
time will
because
tell.
people, what I'm saying is people are freaked out by them covering up. People get really freaked out even when you're completely covered up. So what does Melissa say?
It says, hooray for breastfeeding. Don't rag on the breastfeeding. Get over your issues. I guess she's talking to Jeff.
Well, Melissa, it's not an issue. It's just some people are just rude with it, and they just pop it out in front of public, and you got to cover it up.
I think, Melissa, you just call. Can you
so
call? Because you like go way too fast.
Should
Hold on, give me a
that.
second.
Yeah.
Melissa, you go way too fast.
Most women I see do
cover it up.
Yes.
Now, are you okay with that? That's what I'm asking.
Yes, absolutely.
Gotcha.
What's that called? What's that thing called?
I just don't want
covers.
No, there's a
I just don't want to see it on Instagram.
Cover.
I don't want to see pictures of lady breastfeeding on Instagram.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey, it's such a precious moment.
Gotcha.
Save it. All right, who's calling in?
Hold on.
Even though we're the only country that is uncomfortable with it.
Yeah. Feeding the babies somehow, some way.
What do you think about them having to go into the bathroom stall and feed their baby? Did you see that? There was a commercial, like maybe Chris can pull it up. There was something where this guy was eating his lunch in the bathroom stall, like this nasty, like school bathroom stall, and then next to it is a woman breastfeeding her child. And she's saying, if you wouldn't eat your lunch in the bathroom, why does my baby have to eat his lunch in the bathroom? So it was really fighting more about being able to breastfeed out in public.
Okay.
I've totally lost Jeff. Okay, what's did Melissa
for
call
lunch?
in?
Hey, milk? Oh.
We're having leche de sopa de leche. I don't know, he's talking to something.
I'm just talking to somebody.
So anyway, all right, so that's the story. And what were people saying about the story? Were they for it, against it?
No, I pulled it up. I mean, it was bizarre stories to pull up, and I saw that.
But Instagram is the most popular medium right now over Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, when did they decide to legalize that? I'm sure people were already doing it.
Legalize what? What are you talking about?
Breastfeeding photos on Instagram.
Oh, I don't know.
Then we need to get on break, recoup, and then we'll get the phone call after the break.
Okay. We'll be back after these messages.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. It's creative comedy for ordinary people doing extraordinary things.
Yes. Tune in. Tune in to what? What am I tuning in to, Chris?
Oh, man, come on. Really? If you go to your app store, you could go check it out, Tune In. Download them, search for JA Creative, and listen to us 24/7.
That sounds like a great deal.
It does.
Can you do it on your Android device, too?
You can do it at Android. You can do it on your iTunes. You can even do it on the computer. Search tunein.com and search for JA Creative.
But why would anybody want to take this station with them? I don't understand that at all. But anyways, go download the app. Quickly. Tune in, baby.
A family unit is the unit that builds up a person's personality. How you behave and what you become in life is very much dependent on your family life. At Embraced by Grace, we believe your family should come first. Children who have a sound family background and who belong to a family with strong family ties are almost always happier. Thus, one cannot deny the importance of family life. Allow Embraced by Grace to show you and your family the way to a brighter future today. Visit us online at embracedbygrace.org and start growing your happy family today.
I love this station.
Absolutely love the station.
Oh, yeah.
You guys are the best.
It is the best station.
Listen to JA Creative.
All right.
Check one.
Hey, way to cue that one up, Chris.
I know.
You always make fun of me.
You are on it.
Woo!
Yeah, thank you.
I'm not
Appreciate
responsible for that one.
that. No, you're not.
Hey, they
Making fun of you.
It's a loop. It's on a loop on that one. Yeah.
He'd always go, he would always go, oh my gosh, that is so awful.
Okay, you know what? Let's just...
Poor Chris.
All right,
Chris,
well,
at
we got
least you're
Melissa.
getting paid, dude.
Let's get Melissa on the phone
Melissa,
here.
you on the air.
Melissa, how you doing?
Hey, I'm here.
Yes, you're on the air. Live.
Okay, great. So let's talk about breastfeeding then, because I'm kind of passionate about breastfeeding.
No,
Hold
we're
that
not
thought.
talking about breastfeeding. We're
Let's
talking
talk about
boobs on.
breastfeeding. Let's talk about you and me.
We're talking about boobs on Instagram. Period. Stick to the.
That's right. That's what I want to talk about.
Okay, let's
Boobs
go.
on
Do it.
Instagram.
Come on,
So
let's
my
go.
question is, and my argument is, why is it okay for people to post, themselves in, seductive clothing or
You're
whatever,
right.
bikinis or pornographic images, and nobody, makes a big fuss about that.
I
but
do.
then you have a baby whose soul nourishment, it comes from a mother's breast. And so my problem is that it's over-sexualized, so there really shouldn't be a problem with seeing a woman's breast when it's actually doing what its
right. That's what I said.
Right.
We're the only country that freaks out about it, but other countries don't because it's not sexualized in other countries.
Did you know that Kris likes chocolate milk?
Wow. Anyways,
Wow.
So what do you say to that, Jeff? Let's stay on focus here. God, you guys need me every day to just stay on focus.
Mediate.
I mean, sometimes
Mediate.
I can come off
Mediator.
What do I think about it? Melissa, I agree with you. I think women degrade themselves when they dress inappropriately on Instagram, when their boobs are all sticking out. They get an unfollow from me. If they post anything like that on Instagram, immediately I unfollow them. I don't
any
put up
social media.
Any social media, yeah.
Let's put it
It's
that
on
way.
Twitter, whatever, Facebook, done. I don't tolerate that behavior. It's unacceptable.
And you have a daughter.
Okay, I can agree with that, but I just don't think the problem is actually the boob itself.
I know, but it makes me...
You think the problem... Hold on, Melissa. You think the problem is the actual breastfeeding, period.
It's...
Correct.
Yeah, well, what's the intention of why there's nothing wrong with a breast. I mean, it's like any other part of the body. It's just been over-sexualized. So when you're putting it up there for sexual purposes, then in my opinion, it should, I don't check out that stuff either. But I think we miss something that's really big and important in our society whenever there are pictures of breastfeeding, because we get so hung up on the breast that we miss the bigger picture of what that symbolizes and what the connection between a mom and a baby and just the bigger picture.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Hang on, Melissa, for a second. Let's see what Matt Baxter thinks about breastfeeding.
Let's do it.
Matt Baxter, you're on there with Melissa and Nicole and Kris. What do you think about breastfeeding, Matt?
No comment.
Matt, does it make you feel uncomfortable when you see breastfeeding in public?
No, just I don't have an opinion on that.
Well, let's hear it.
He said he has no opinion.
Oh, he said he has none.
That's his opinion. No opinion.
Have you ever seen it in public, Matt?
Yes.
Did you breastfeed?
No. Well, yes, when I was a baby.
How do you...
So, Jeff, do you think it's okay to breastfeed in public then?
And post it on Instagram.
Yes, if you cover yourself. You know what I mean?
He's all about the coverage, Melissa. It's all about the coverage.
I have a question. I have a question. If it's really hot outside on a summer day, do you put a big blanket over your head to eat your dinner outside?
Wow.
Come on now. We need some sound effects.
Well,
dun, dun, dun,
if you were a good mother, you wouldn't be doing it out in the hot sun. You would go inside in the air conditioning and breastfeed your daughter or son, for that matter.
No,
not outside in the hot sun.
No, I got 3 kids. I breastfed all of them. The older 2 are at the park. I have an infant. The older 2 are playing. I'm in the shade.
Matt,
but it is a gorgeous summer. It is stinking hot outside, right?
All right, Matt.
Why do I have to put a big old blanket over?
Hold on. What's Matt saying?
You know what I'm
What's he saying?
Oh, Vay, I got to go breastfeed right now. See.
Hold on, Matt. What are you saying back there? We hear Matt making comments.
You got 2 minutes.
Matt, why are you groaning?
I said you guys are funny as all get out, man.
What's so funny about this, dude?
I mean, every day you guys get funnier and funnier every day, man.
Just making suckling noises.
Oh, boy.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
I'm with Melissa on this one.
All right, well, guys.
We got to get to our guest.
We got to get to
the
Maurice.
guest.
We should
Thank you
ask
for
Maurice
calling,
about
guys.
breastfeeding.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for calling.
Bye, Melissa.
All right.
Man, Maurice probably thinks we're a bunch of wackos.
I know we talked about alcohol, racism, and breastfeeding all in a half hour. I mean, who does that?
And chocolate milk.
And chocolate milk.
Quick.
And Puerto Rican candy.
Strawberry
Which I don't
quick.
even know about that.
Strawberry quick's gross. All right, let's get to our guest. This guy is, I guess, Kris met him through social media. But this guy is...
Through Instagram?
Changing the world. Yeah, it was through an Instagram. I guess he was breastfeeding one of his dogs on Instagram. And, you know.
The pit bulls.
The pit bulls.
Okay, Maurice, are you there?
That's
trying to stay focused here.
Maurice,
hey, Maurice.
Hey, how you doing?
Maurice, how do you say your last name? I'm going to butcher it if I try to say it.
Chevalier.
No, there's no...
Chevalier.
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 Don't pronounce the R.
Chevalier.
I'm sorry you think we're a bunch of wackos here, but it's just one of those days. So my question for you right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
You are doing a lot to change the world, my friend. But my biggest thing is I want to know about your Twitter handle. What's the Haiti thing about?
Miracles for Haiti.
Yeah, Miracles for Haiti. That actually was a name that a friend of mine, my buddy Mike Manabek, he is all about doing things for the world and very involved in social media. I actually dropped Twitter. I was more involved in, Facebook and just developing my own career and whatnot. And I never really got into it that much. And I just dropped it out, and he was, hey, let me add you on, let me follow you on Twitter. And I was like, I'm not even on there anymore. He's like, are you serious? He's like, why don't you have a Twitter dedicated? Like, don't put anything about work or, acting or whatever on there. Just about your missions, because you're heavily involved in that. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea. And he's like, no, it's a great idea. I'm doing it right now for you. Your name's Miracles for Haiti. I'm using this picture, and you're live. And I was
nice.
He goes, I'm going to add all my friends, and there you go.
So where in Haiti have you been on the missions trip?
I've been to Port-au-Prince was the first place I went just after the earthquake of 2010, early 2010. And then been to Boac, Carrefour, Pignon. I've been there 4 times.
Wow.
Yeah, and once I started going, I fell in love with the people, the children, the country. Everything about serving the Lord. I fell in love. It was a bucket list, is what it was. It was everything was going good, and I want to, I want to do something. I can't do anything about. I can't cure cancer. I can't do this for this person. I can do everything in my life how I'm doing it, but I'm going to go to Haiti. I'm going to build a house for somebody with these people right here, and I'm going to come back and, I'm going to feel good about it myself. And I just did it because someone told me about it. And I'm like, that sounds amazing. I definitely want to do it. I went there, and I know this was God at work. I had so many good things going on, like premieres and whatnot, and just doors opening. And smack dab in the middle of it was the trip. The trip happened, and it was in 2010.
Yeah.
Late 2010, and all these amazing things happened in my life. A friend of mine was like, hey, my friend's getting married in Cancun. We're going down there, all expenses paid. Just doors upon doors opening. And in the middle of it was this mission trip, and it blew everything. It wasn't even a question.
That's awesome.
And so I was just like, I got to go back. And I don't know if it was Haiti. I don't know if it was these kids I was finger painting with. I don't know what it was, but I'm going back there. And I just kept going back.
It's an amazing place. We adopted a child from Haiti. He's been home for 2 years, but we've been there many, many times. In Jacmel, you drive from Port-au-Prince, go up a mountain, come down a mountain. It's like a 2.5-hour trek there.
Yeah.
But it is amazing. When you go there, the people are amazing. The culture is amazing. And there's just so much work that has to be done there. People complain like, I'm not doing anything. Well, get on a plane, pick a destination and go change the world.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It just takes one person, Well, congratulations on that. That's awesome.
Thanks, sir.
So tell us about this movie that you're doing here, that you got a Kickstarter campaign, actually Indigo, my apologies on that, Indigo campaign. Tell us about this movie.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeff. The Indiegogo is, we're right at 2,000 right now, and we've got enough to put out a trailer. We're looking to basically, the only mission in this is to change the world. That's it. That's the only thing I want to do. If I inspire someone to speak on their life, put out a movie, it's just, you know what I'm saying? Everybody on the planet, every single person, whether you're aware of it or you're not, God is in your life right now. He's been there. He'll be there 10 minutes from now. 10 minutes ago, he was there too. He's in the highs and lows. He's in every single moment. And whether you see it or you don't, he'll always be there. Now, what I did was I was an atheist. And
wow.
Yeah, I was a hardcore, if you ever
you didn't grow up at anything. You grew up not believing anything.
No, I did. My parents were Catholic.
Okay.
And it wasn't anything that was really pressed upon us. It was something that was like, this is the world and this is how we are, but it wasn't like you're going to hell, you have to do this.
Right.
whatever. That, my mother she went to a Catholic school, and she got a little burned by it, honestly.
Yeah.
But she was still a believer, and she wanted me to. It was kind of like those things. Like, I want you to do the dishes, but I want you to want to do the dishes.
Exactly. Yeah. Like the choice
like
of it. The choice of it.
Exactly. And that's what it was. And when I went to church camp age 9, and I was saved, and the Lord has been in my life ever since. Now, when we turn our back on him, he does not say, oh, well, you're going to turn your back on me.
So what made you turn your back on him?
Just developed my own legs in the world, had conversations with friends, a lot of things that I never really questioned. Didn't make sense. The whole Noah's Ark, how do you fit all those animals on that boat? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. With the polar bears, did they walk down? Would they even make that trek? Was there 50 of them and only 2 of them made it? How did that? It was just like all these questions, and nobody had the answers.
So basically, you were using your human mind instead of your spiritual mind.
Yeah. I was approaching it from a state of analytical logic, not rooted in faith, but looking for him still.
So what was the turnaround for you?
What happened was, this is actually one of the scenes in GAGE is.
So do we have a spoiler alert? Do we need to put like a spoiler alert?
No,
on the screen?
No. I kind of gave it away in the Indiegogo. I spoke about it. I said, This is the first scene. Gotcha. It's the very first moment, location where I really felt God, like, in my life. And I was like, if you came to me and you're like, Maurice, I believe in God, I wanted to know who your parents were, because I thought they brainwashed you, and I wanted to know everything about that. And then I also wanted to know why you decided to believe. So basically, I had a friend, and this guy, he's a genius. He literally is like a genius. I could bring him anywhere and everybody would love him. And really open-minded person who really helped you just to bounce ideas off. Incredible blessing at this time in my life. But him and another friend were having a conversation back and forth. And basically it was all about the role of God and how he interacts in our life. And I'm in the background, and I'm just like, thinking, all right, this isn't my conversation. I'm just going to sit here and listen, because I'm my opinion in this. So one of my friends, he said something that made so much sense. And in that moment, I adopted that, and I felt something. This is one of those things where if you just hear this on your own, you're like, oh no, you're crazy. That didn't happen. There's no way. But I adopted. I took this, it was a huge leap of faith, and I felt something tap me on the shoulder. And I know what it is now, but and that's really the reason that I wanted to make a film, because you have all these instances, and when they're intertwined in your life, it makes sense. If I was to bring you into a room and say, look at this room, everything about it, this is exactly what that room looked like. This is exactly who these, what these people were, what was going on, because there's so many things that are going on. If you were to even say one major instant in your life, like, this is clearly God. Anybody can sit there and say, no, it wasn't. That's just a coincidence, or that's just, whatever.
So Maurice, is this movie for people that are searching for truth, or is it for people that are already Christians? Like, who is this movie for?
This movie is for everybody. If you're a Christian and you believe, and if you go to a room full of Christians, any Christian, strong, fire-breathing, or just love everybody around the world, or just coming into, Christianity, and which I even have trouble really calling it a religion. It's just more of it's a relationship with God.
Because it's not a religion.
It's not a religion. I have a huge problem with calling it a religion.
It's not a religion.
But if you were to ask them, try it. Anyone listening, try it. Go up to someone that, you're friends with, or maybe,
why would someone watch your movie that's not a Christian?
Because, like I said, everybody who has, had a heartbeat has had a brush with God on this earth. Even some of those who haven't. It's like, you can't escape it. So there's tons of people. There's tons of people who have not been able to relay this to others, and this will just open their eyes to really what's going on. Because if you were to say, hey, this is kind of weird, you might think I'm a little crazy, but I really believe God was there in this high moment or in this low moment, or just on the way, to work today, just this crazy coincidence happened. I was, the last time that I was in Haiti, I was at an orphanage. I was reading the Bible to these children, and I asked them all, because I like to get kids to think about this kind of stuff. And I said, whoever can tell me a time when you thought God was in your life gets a piece of candy. And,
Me.
Exactly.
Can I have some?
Got it.
And so this first girl came up and she goes, I was in my school and the earthquake happened, and both of her parents died in the earthquake. And the teacher told them to pray, to get on their knees and cover their head so they were protected from falling debris, which was everywhere.
Yeah.
And pray. And she said she felt God. And I was like, that's great. You get a piece of candy, here you go. I thought that was a great way to start off. And then we did it again. Hands went up. I picked a little boy in the front. He came up there and this blew me away. He said, I was sitting under a tree and I was eating an orange and I felt God. And I'm like, that's beautiful. He's there every day. That's here, take two. That's great. So, and I eventually just ended up giving all the candy away. But I thought, that was great. If little kids can get it, so can we.
So tell me something. Are you single?
Yeah, I'm single.
And how do you, for people, being single and being, a Christian, a follower of Christ, got to be hard for a man. You look at you, man. You look like you're related to Harry Conklin Jr., man. You got good looks and you got the voice. And, hey, if I was a woman, hey.
Do you sing, Maurice?
You know what? In college, I took vocal technique and we sang a lot. I got a...
but you're more into acting. You're more into acting and stuff.
Yeah, okay. Acting, modeling, producing, speaking. That's my... I can... I can sing, but no, I can't.
Just try it. Just try it one time and you go, it had to be you.
Oh, my gosh. So anyway, Jeff, what was your question about him being single and a Christian?
Yeah, so
how hard it is?
How do you do that for people that are out there that can confess to be a Christian and struggle? We were just talking about inappropriate photos, that lead to pornography, all the smut that's really out there. How are you maintaining to live a pure life without stumbling?
Well, a few years ago when I felt God like tearing through my life, just, bleaching out the negative, just pouring everything into what was there. I made a commitment, and first off, I go to North Point Ministries. Our pastor there is
great
Andy
church.
Stanley. Yeah, and he really makes a lot of sense. He takes practical applications towards the word, and it just made sense. I can't even sugarcoat it. The guy changed my life in like 45 minutes. Like, talked about abstinence and saving yourself for marriage and all the ways that this is going to help the world, all the ways that this is going to help your spirit, and each and every single thing in between, for the most part. And I walked out of there. It takes a while for you to really, to just, fully adapt to it. But yeah, I've been abstinent for almost 5 years now. And
amazing.
I would not have it like any other way.
Is there plans? Are you seeing anybody? Is there plans, or do you want to marry, or is that not in the cards?
I'm just happy to, have the opportunity to walk my dogs now that I'm in. This Indiegogo is like completely torn everything. It's just, I heard that it was 40 days of chaos, but I had no idea.
Yeah,
there's not enough research that you can do.
Right.
Yeah, there's not. So,
so how far are you off the mark on this campaign? What was it? You said, was it $2,000?
Yeah, we're at 2,000 right now. We've got enough to make a trailer, which I believe is probably the best thing.
I think the best part right now, we can reach out to our listeners. I can give you an old school Robert Tilton. Put your hands on the camera right now. Right now, we believe in that $2,000. If you don't,
Jeff, you can't pull that off.
No, I can't.
You really can't.
I could be
try.
I could be a broadcasting televangelist.
No, you would not get one red penny.
Do you feel that? I feel greed.
Anyways, what's your budget? Do you have a budget, Maurice, for the movie for completion?
Yeah, exactly. We're looking to raise the minimum amount for SAG Ultra Low Film, which basically is $50,000.
Yeah.
And I jumped. I mean, I've asked countless people, Christians, friends in the industry, have you ever seen a movie quite like this? Where I tell them, hey, it's where God is a central character, and it's about Him being in your life, and just these, little instances, and the whole movie is really about that. And matter of fact, once you see it, it's kind of going to be like Fight Club, where you're going to have to see it again because you're going to miss so much. Because
you're really displaying the bigger picture besides living the life of the nitty gritty. Like, we live a life of nitty gritty. I have kids. I got to go to work. You got to do this. But you're this movie is about the bigger picture. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. How it knits through your life and, pulls you in the right direction. I mean, he's
a constant pursuer. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, I know he's listening right now.
Please
don't have the newsboys in this movie. God's not dead. He is alive.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I'm really into music without words.
Me too. Me too.
Like electronic music. I love the music that you guys had at the beginning of the show. That's that's awesome. So I want something. There's I'm not sure if you heard of Two Fingers or there's Wobble House. I mean, there's tons of music that I would love. As far as David Crowder, he's definitely my favorite Christian artist. But I mean, scoring comes
Dude, if you can get Hans Zimmerman, man, that's who you need. Hans Zimmerman, he's a genius.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But what's your biggest cost? I mean, what's the biggest cost of doing, for people that don't know, to do a film? What's the biggest cost involved that you're looking to raise the money for?
Well, it's almost down the middle. It's a little bit less, honestly, but if you're going to make a film and you're going to change the world with it, you want the world to see it.
Right.
And
so marketing.
Marketing, yeah.
But have you written this, have you actually have the whole storyboard of it and the screenplay and all that written?
Oh, yeah. Script, treatment,
okay,
business plan, everything. Yeah. We're all in line there. My company is Synops 9 Productions.
Okay.
And, when we're locked and loaded.
So really you just want money for marketing it, promoting it?
Well, you have to make it. I mean, if you, having people on set, you have to feed them. I mean, you can say, I have an entire, room full of people that are in front of the camera, behind the camera. I mean, every which way that want to be a part of this. But you still have to do it right. I mean, Slates for Sarah, that's just a huge thing. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. There was a girl that his name is Sarah, and very unfortunate, she died while on set of a film, and this is because the permit wasn't secured properly with CFX, the railroad.
Yeah,
she died there on that track. So I mean, just little things like that people really don't put a whole lot of time in. Yeah, you really want to make sure that everybody's safe, everybody's happy, permits are secured.
So you want to make sure that all your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted.
Yeah, and then after that, you want to make sure that you can publicize the film, advertise it. I mean, you can make a film with $5. But you're going to need, 10,000 guardian angels watching over you. And I think I've only got about 5,000 right now. So, I mean, just getting this far, I had no idea, what was going to happen.
Awesome.
So
For Maurice, we're running out of time here, man. But thanks for coming on the show, man. Awesome things that you're doing. But you can go to, do we have that up on the lower third?
Yeah,
where
we don't,
can
because it's really long. It's really long, but it'll be right after the show. It'll be all the link.
Okay. We can
really
follow
long.
Maurice on
Twitter.
Indigo.com/projects.
Or just follow him on
GAGE,
Twitter.
be a part of history. And we'll definitely tag it on there.
Yeah.
Yep. But Maurice, thanks you so much
Thank you so much, Maurice.
being part of the show.
Thank you, everyone. God bless y'all.
All right. Man, what a great show today, man. Awesome. I wish we had more time
to cover 30 more topics. We covered a gazillion already.
We literally went everywhere.
I had a lot more questions to ask him. We might have to get him back on the show or when he comes down here.
Yeah.
Seems like a really cool guy, man. Yeah. Really cool guy. All right, Nicole, Chris, thanks for hanging out today.
It was fun, dude.
It was a very fun
Miss
show
you guys.
Today. Yeah, you need to come in more often.
I'll be here.
All right. Until next time, we out.